Hello to my subscribers, happy holidays to you all, Merry Christmas if you celebrated. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the gifts that I got in this past Christmas, the GoPro Hero 7. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you're new here, my name's David Lee. I am a content creator looking to help you improve your visual content through tutorials, advice, and entertain you guys with my own content. So today we're actually talking about the GoPro Hero 7 Black compared to the actual original GoPro Hero with the touchscreen on the back. I actually got this a few years ago for super cheap. I think it was 100 or 150 bucks. I really wanted a GoPro and I didn't want to buy the most updated one because I did not see the purpose, but after doing so I realized I should have got the updated one. But after years, I have finally gotten the GoPro Hero 7 Black from my girlfriend as a Christmas gift. So super excited to create with this, and I'm ready to show you guys some of the huge differences that I've noticed and kind of a few of the things that I really like when I first turned this on, I was like, wow. So just want to go through that with you guys and kind of share my experience and go through the slight or drastic differences of the GoPro, what I like and what I don't like about it compared to the old model. And if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications if you will. Drop me a comment below and let me know, what do you think about GoPros? What would you use a GoPro for if you were to ever buy one? Let me know in the comments, what's your purpose for a GoPro? And let's just get started. Now, compared to the first gen GoPro, you actually see no real buttons here on the GoPro Hero 7, and that's because the GoPro Hero 7's buttons are actually a lot flatter. This is the power button, this is the record button, and that's actually all the buttons on the GoPro Hero 7. But if you take a look at the GoPro Hero 1, the model, there's a button here for power, a button here for power, and a button here for power, and each one can actually be used to record. So this can be used to record, and this can be used to record. So now let's turn them on actually. So I'm going to turn this on and turn this on. As you can see from the GoPro 1, there's LEDs right here on the front and one on the back by the monitor. Now on these, the LEDs are actually on the corners, one here and somewhere else. I didn't even see where they were, right here. So the LEDs are actually a lot smaller on the GoPro Hero 7, and I actually haven't gone through and analyzed this by myself yet, so I'm going through with this in the video with you guys. So what you're seeing is what I'm seeing for the first time. When it comes to the monitors here, the display monitors right here, I believe that the GoPro Hero 7 one is actually bigger, but in regards to the camera size itself, it's actually smaller. So the GoPro Hero 7 camera size is smaller, but like the iris itself, like the lens of the camera in the GoPro Hero 7 is bigger, but the shape, they really conserve the space on the GoPro Hero 7 compared to the GoPro Hero 1. This one's 10 times more bulkier. Okay, maybe not 10 times, but a lot more bulkier than the GoPro Hero 7. I really like the GoPro Hero 7's model. When you look at the monitor is super bright and you can see the quality. It actually has a bigger LCD screen than the original, so that is really good. And the specs show up when you touch screen. Let me take this off just so I can compare better. So here it's touch screen, but there's a few weird things about it. So here you can touch through the settings and get your basic video settings. You can switch different modes, you can watch playbacks, and it gives you all the specs to it. On the GoPro Hero 7, however, you can change the settings for specific video settings and whatnot, and you can change modes from photo to video. You can have their specific, the button here will actually help you switch modes. So I can switch to photo mode or time-lapse mode, and the settings get a little more complicated from there. So I was actually super confused when I first turned it on. I didn't know how to access anything. I didn't know where to go to get specific settings like formatting the SD card or turning off the beep. But the moment I turned it on and downloaded the GoPro app, which it actually instructed me to do when I first got the camera. After I got the app, let's pull that app up right now, and I'm gonna connect to the camera. When we're going through it, you actually have this whole list of settings here, and that's pretty awesome. It has voice control. You can wake it on voice, so you can actually turn the camera on using your voice, like, hey GoPro, turn on. And it actually heard me. You heard what just happened there, but it turned itself off. Hey GoPro, turn on. and it just turned on. Did you see that? That was crazy. Let me show you from the 1DX. Let's give you a different angle. Hey GoPro, turn off. And you see it beeping and turns off. That's pretty wild. Hey GoPro, turn on. Crazy. GoPro, take a photo. That is insane. I love that about the GoPro. You don't get that on the GoPro Hero 1. That is pretty crazy. This one, of course, you can have it take a photo or video by pressing a button while it's off and it turns on right away. But to be able to leave my GoPro like in the corner of my room and get ready to record, like, hey GoPro, record a video. And you see that it starts recording a video. Now you can't see it because it's too bright, but hey GoPro, stop recording. Hey GoPro, take a photo. Anyways, back to it. Let's keep going through these settings because that is insane to be able to voice activate your GoPro. There is live view. You can set up live view streaming, video, photo. You can do everything from your phone, which is actually amazing, completely awesome. So I can leave it in the corner and actually do it. Now, one thing that I found really cool was, so let's say I left my GoPro over here, right? And I didn't know where it was. I opened my app and I pressed locate camera, and you can actually hear it start to beep because it's telling me where it is. I can just easily find it by listening and following the beep, which is a really cool feature in case you lose it or you drop it somewhere. Love that. There's a ton of things. And as far as resolution goes, this here can only do 1080 60, I believe. Yeah, 1080 60, and this can pull off 4K 60, which is a huge upgrade for me because from going from 1080 60 to 4K 60 is a very, very huge step because it's 7 generations apart, and to be able to do that along with hyper stabilization, which is a really cool new feature that they implemented into the GoPros, where pretty much it's like using a gimbal for your GoPro without actually having the gimbal, which is crazy because I would love to be able to carry this GoPro around, drop it underwater, and to know that it's stabilized footage and not just wobbly, shaky, because to ride a bike with a GoPro, it's going to be super shaky, or anything at all, it's going to be super, super shaky. But with hyper stabilization, it's awesome. One thing I also noticed is when I turn the GoPro, it goes into landscape mode, which means I could do Instagram stories, Instagram lives, and a bunch of Instagram IGTV videos, or anything horizontal, vertical, because that's like mandatory in today's society for social media, because so many things are vertical aspect ratios, and this is a really cool feature that they added. There's a bunch of different time-lapse modes, a bunch of different photo modes, a bunch of different video modes. It really feels amazing. It feels like a huge upgrade from the GoPro Hero 1, which doesn't really have any features. It's just a standard camera that you threw it was just a sports camera. This is just a sports camera that took videos that you could do in slow motion, that you could put underwater, that you could use to see a very wide field of view. But this camera here, the GoPro Hero 7 generations apart, is actually like an amazing camera that you could use to film. You could create so much cool content straight out of and be able to use the content because the content, the features of the GoPro have improved so much that the content that comes straight out of the GoPro is already amazing, and you add in all the editing, you add in your post-production, and you can actually use these in your films or your vlogs or your short films. But the footage that comes out of this now, the standards aren't so great, and the features on this aren't really special. This is like recording on your phone. Your phone could record better footage on this than this GoPro 1. Like, your phone tops this now, but the GoPro Hero 7 adds in so many different features: hyper stabilization, 4K 60, live streaming, and everything. It's pretty much a phone with a little bit more quality to it. So honestly, I'm super excited to be able to implement this GoPro Hero 7 in my films, in my videos, in my YouTube videos, into my photos and content, to be able to use this because it is such a huge jump from what I was using before, and I've always wanted a GoPro that could be capable of so many things, and this GoPro was not cutting it for me. So I'm super excited to be able to use the GoPro Hero 7 now in my videos, and to be able to bring content to you guys, and to be able to share this experience. And the upgrade is just amazing for me. Honestly, there's so much else. From buttons to the memory card slots, which the memory card slot is actually by the battery here on the GoPro Hero 7, right here in the battery, while the GoPro Hero 1 is actually here along with the USB slot. But on the Hero 7 itself, the USB slot is separate and it's right here. And there's actually two different slots that you can use, one for transferring and one for charging, and you know, whatever you want. Man, not to mention that on the GoPro Hero 7 I can actually do exposure straight from the camera. I can touch exposure, which is a really cool setting, because to be able to change the light, to change the focus, I can't do that on the GoPro Hero 1. Even a phone can do that, but they're implementing all of this here on the GoPro Hero 7 now. I might be really out of date because, yes, I jumped from a GoPro Hero 1. I don't know any of the specs of the GoPro Hero 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So go from the Hero 1 to the Hero 7 without any knowledge of anything else. That is a huge jump for me. Anyways, I think I've talked about it enough. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys are new here and you liked the video, give this video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up even if you didn't like it, or a thumbs down, up to you. I don't really care. But actually, I do care, but, you know, up to you, of course. Drop me that comment below and let me know what would be your purpose for using a GoPro, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you then. Peace. Oh, wait. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays again to all of you who don't celebrate Merry Christmas. I don't know what I just said. Happy Holidays. That's all. Peace.
La